For the experiment air has space and mass, there are two parts. In the first part, pour some vinegar into a beaker, probably about 30 mils, and then use the beaker and the measuring cylinder to measure out exactly 20 mils of vinegar. So you need to go carefully in this step to make sure you don't go too far up the measuring cylinder. Once you have your 20 mils, pour that into the small conical flask. And then for the next step, we need to get the other ingredient we're going to use, which is bicarb of soda. And if you take a balloon, insert a funnel in there, put in about 1 flat teaspoon of bicarb of soda into the funnel and then shake it so it drops into the balloon. Once you have the bicarb in the balloon, you then need to attach the balloon to the top of the small conical flask, but make sure you don't tip the balloon up until it's attached. Once you've attached it, tip the balloon up so the bicarb spills into the vinegar, starting the reaction, and observe what happens to the balloon. The second part of the experiment is to light a tea light candle, and we're actually going to use the gas produced in the first part to see what happens to the lit candle. So twist the balloon to stop any gas escaping before you take the balloon off the conical flask. Gently take it off and put your hand over the top of the conical flask so any gas in the flask doesn't escape. Take the conical flask and tip it over the candle, but don't let any of the liquid escape, and you should be able to see something interesting happen to the candle.